want to know if you've seen lately on Twitter Devin Haney going back and forth with Keyshawn Davis, and if you have, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I seen it. I mean, you know, fighters. I mean, at the end of the day, fighters like to fight. So, two fighters just talking a whole bunch of
You think Keyshawn's ready for Devin?
I think Keyshawn ready for whoever. I think Keyshawn ready. I don't care who y'all put in front of Keyshawn. Keyshawn is a bad. Like it's gonna be hard for anybody to beat Keyshawn. So,
okay.
I think Keyshawn he ready to go. I think even when he's sitting there talking about I'm 6-0. I think he need to even understand that he should look at himself even higher than what he even saying. Like, yeah, you 6-0, but you so good that he's so ready for the best of the best right now. That's how I feel about Keyshawn. So.
What's good, Just Do family? It's KB back with another one, man. So what y'all just heard was none other than Shakur Stevenson doing an interview, and with Akim Barak, and he was asked about Keyshawn Davis and his thoughts of what he thinks about Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney going back and forth on Twitter. If y'all haven't known, they exchange words on Twitter, had a bit of a back and forth, and Shakur Stevenson was asked what he think of Keyshawn Davis and do he think he's ready for Devin Haney. And he went on to say, yeah, he absolutely thinks Keyshawn Davis is ready for everybody at this point. He said he's a bad mother, and he said he needs to take a look at himself, even though he always say he's just 6-0, because that's a running joke, that everybody makes about Keyshawn Davis. Because, recently his name has been mixed up with quite a few names. And, he always seems willing for the smoke, but he always reverts back to him being 6-0. And, sounds like Shakur Stevenson, was giving him high praise, and he thinks highly of the kid. And he thinks he's ready for everybody. So I just wanted to get my quick thoughts on what I think about a fight with him and Devin Haney if it would have happened sooner than later. And like I said, I know he's 6-0. The last time we seen Keyshawn was, on Shakur Stevenson's undercard. He was the co-main event September 23rd when he fought Omar Bahena, a 35 veteran who was 25-5. Like I said, Keyshawn is 6-0 with 5 KOs. He's young. He's just 23 years old, 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. And he showed out September 23rd, and, he dropped Omar in the 5th round, and he hit him with a barrage of punches, and, got the ref to wave it off. Some cried, that it was an early stoppage. The opponent didn't seem happy with the stoppage, but what could you expect when you're on the ropes, just taking punishment, not returning fire? But nonetheless, Keyshawn Davis, he shined, he showed out, he got the job done, he got the TKO stoppage, moving on to 6-0. Now, we all know Devin Haney, he has much more pro experience than Keyshawn Davis, even despite, Keyshawn Davis is a Olympic silver medalist, so he has that Olympic pedigree to, kind of stand on. But when it comes to the pro game, Devin Haney just has far more pro experience than him. He's 29-0 as opposed to Keyshawn Davis being 6-0. Devin Haney has 15 KOs and he's 23 years old, the same is Keyshawn Davis, and he's an undisputed champion right now. And we just seen him running back in a rematch with George Kambosos October 16th. Devin Haney is 5'8", 71-inch reach. It's kind of like they traded. Keyshawn's an inch taller, Devin Haney's an inch longer, so it would make for a very interesting fight. Despite what people may think, Keyshawn Davis, having an Olympic background, having that Olympic pedigree is nothing to, kind of overlook. It's not the end all be all, and it doesn't mean everything. But I think a fighter like Keyshawn Davis has shown that he's been able to take his Olympic experience and his pedigree and apply it to his pro game, and he's having a pretty successful career. He's learning every fight. He's getting better with each fight. I know he tends to rub people the wrong way because he's very brash, very outspoken, and he doesn't bite his tongue for anybody. But, I think despite what people think, with him only having 6 fights, a fight with him and Devin Haney will be a lot closer than what people think. And I truly, truly think this will be closer to a 50-50 fight than what a lot may think too. Despite Devin Haney's pro experience, like he has a significant amount of pro experience. over Keyshawn Davis. He has 23 more professional fights than Keyshawn. But like I said, Devin Haney is not an Olympian, whereas, you know, Keyshawn Davis is a silver medalist in the Olympics, and he has that background and that pedigree to kind of stand on. And I think, you know, he's not your typical 6-0 fighter is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Like, he has a, like I said, I can't say enough about the pedigree, and with that, he would be able to take that into the ring. But, you know, they're both athletic. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis obviously has the power advantage, in my opinion. Like, Devin Haney just has the pro experience, and we'll have to see who has the higher IQ on fight night, man. I think it's a real pick'em fight. I mean, I would naturally lean towards Devin Haney because I believe he's a very, very smart fighter, and that pro experience would be a factor, in my honest opinion, especially for this stage of Keyshawn Davis's career where he's at. But to say he's not ready, I know that remains to be seen. And I'm an advocate for fighters fighting guys that want to fight them back. And if the fighter thinks he's ready, then I say throw him in there. And no doubt, I think everybody would tune in. It would be very entertaining. Either way it would go, despite who would win, who people think would win, it would not be a one-way fight to me. It wouldn't be one-way traffic. It'd be ebbs and flows, give and take. I think these dudes would exchange rounds, and I think it'd be very competitive all the way up until the end. You know, if a knockout was to occur, I would lean towards Keyshawn Davis getting that knockout simply because he looks like the heavier puncher, and Devin Haney is just not a knockout artist, but he's a masterclass boxer, a pure boxer. He's a hell of a boxer, very high IQ. We just seen how smart and intelligent he boxed in a rematch against Kambosos. He bloodied him up pretty bad in his rematch. And, you know, he looked pretty damn good doing it. Some said, look, the performance looked a lot like the first one. I say it was similar, but, you know, I think he sat down on his punches a bit more. I think he went for it a bit more. I think he really tried to hurt Kambosos and make a statement in his rematch, as I believe he did, you know. And he was able to get a undisputed title defense under his belt. And, you know, the sky's the limit for Devin Haney, man. The ball is in his court, man. He's the shot caller. He has all the belts. It's going to be real interesting to see what he does moving forward, although I think Lomachenko is next up for him if he's going to remain at 135. But nonetheless, entertaining a fight with him and Keyshawn Davis would be a fan-friendly fight. I think it would be something everybody could tune into and enjoy. It'd be a very competitive fight. And like I said, despite what people may think with the lack of pro experience with Keyshawn Davis, he still would make that fight very, very entertaining for Devin Haney, because neither of the guys both fight in the inside too much. You know what I mean? It would be interesting to see the way the fighter break down, what range they fight at. You know, if Devin Haney would try to stay on the outside and just outbox Keyshawn and outpoint him, or would Keyshawn be able to close the gap and make it a rough and tough fight for Devin Haney? It just remains to be seen. But nonetheless, it's a good conversation. And y'all know your boy Just. It's all about the conversation over here. But that's my thoughts on it, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think Keyshawn Davis is ready for everybody like Shakur Stevenson said? Do you think he's ready for a fighter like Devin Haney? And how do you see a fight with Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney going? Who do you got winning? As always, get in that comment section and let me know if I gave Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and that boy Keyshawn Davis their just due, because that's what I do over here at JusDueBoxing. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.